They say down there is no profit out of ache, but while the Europe Area Agent, ESA, set out in 2002 to evolve its Aeolus Sputnik, not one could include imaginary the sorrow the draft would give. Intended to do the at first 3D maps of wines through the whole land, the mission statement skipped last date following last date as engineering personnel struggled to get its key technique, an UV laser treatment framework, work for length, quite to do the enterprise cost flyer. But currently, 16-year on, the Aeolus Sputnik is completed and prepared to vessel to the start pillow. And far of creature creep out the behind doorway at overnight in confusion at the enormous latency, the space vehicle will be matched to its start missile in thing of a hoboy. ESA is take honor in the reality how it overcame a main engineering problem. Lot times I recall human beings proverb, down there's fair no spot in ongoing, since it is just not probable to construct a UV laser treatment for area. But the is the DNA of ESA, we do the hard things and we don't offer upwards, told the agent's land surveillance CEO, Dr. Joseph Ashbacher. It helping of year how Aeolus promises information how lot expert yet trust will be transforming. Of its advantage spot several 320 km over the Earth, the laser treatment will path the motion of molecules and diminutive suspended particles to get a knob on the line and rate of the breeze. Now, we action the dynamic of the ambience with an eclectic mix of toolkit, all of spinning anemometers to some types of Sputnik, how magistrate breeze behavior of the excitement of sea water. But these are all bounded indications, expressive a switches event in special places or at special heights. Aeolus, on the some brush, will try to construct a really world type of which the wines are making on land, of the shallow of the Earth all the way up via the troposphere and in the stratosphere, of 0 km to 30 km. This Aladdin Doppler breeze LiDAR tool airborne Aeolus will be the at first Sputnik tool how provides breeze profiles of area. We include really top consumer expectations concerning the quality assurance of the Aeolus breeze section information, and we are leading prediction quality assurance to growth by 2 to 4% in the additional tropics and up to 15% in the tropical zone. Aeolus is pavement the way for considerable improved in weather prediction. Down there is an sample how meteorologists' quotation of March 2014, storminess how led to flood in northern Europe. While they did the position event analyze to drawing out why not one had seen it upcoming, the finding was how inexact breeze information 6 days previous had been utilized in the model. Dr. Alena Dabas of Matteo France explainable, this mistake was in the center, silent at an height of on 11 km. Down there was a error in the original wines taking into account to the model and how promoted to Europe. This issue now is would Aeolus include allowed the issue? Perhaps, affirmative. It goes out of proverb how knowledge which the breeze is departure to do reaches for fair the nighttime weather prediction on TV. How it beating affects the allocation and transportation of pollutants, and how rapidly bad air in a foggy town, can be purified off. Later down there are the requirements of security to believe sailors at ocean, or building on top rise buildings. And don't overlook the sectors whose entire cause to already exist rests on the breeze. To copy, the breeze power production, told Dr. Ann-Grete Straum, ESA's Aeolus mission statement scholar. They're maintaining the wines and they requirement to aware how lot power they can make at any spot in period. For how they requirement really exact forecasts and we expect how our mission statement can assist them in their control. But all that depends on the UV laser treatment making its work. The engineering personnel are really sure now how it can. They newly put the completed Aeolus Sputnik in a area camera for 6 months to imitate the facility of creature in orbital. The entire framework gone in flyer colors. It is cost recall several of the history frustrations. The at first issue was in conclusion diodes to produce laser treatment lighting in a length quite life expectancy. While such were identified, the mission statement looked in large form before engineering personnel found their style wouldn't in fact work in a vacuo, a considerable obstacle for a area mission statement. Tests show how in the lack of airborne, the laser treatment was offensive its own optical, as the top energy lighting hit the lenses and mirrors, it would vilify them. Companies through Europe were spurred to evolve new coatings for the different beginnings. The key breakout, yet, was to enter a little sum of oxygen supply to the tool to hinder surfaces carbonising. He's a diminutive pant of gas, 40 pascals cost, the identical blood pressure you might wait to evolve of the present of a photosynthesizing factory. But it is adequate to oxidize hazardous materials and shoot them. While we begun, the just references we had were confidential, since these types of lasers are utilized to present nuclear bombs, and such technologies were completely blocked of, told Anders Elfving, ESA's Aeolus draft officer. This motive for my crew all these years was how down there is no option, and of year the customer society is yet so ecstatic for which we've constructed. We wish to see which is unseen, to see the breeze in precise skiing. And I believe busy lidars love Aladdin are the next, for lot more than exact measurements of CO2 and some track gases in the ambience. The start of Aeolus on a Vega missile is now set for August 21.